offensive display. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
These punches coming from every angle. You don't want to trade shots. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that. Then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he scores with the counter. Right uppercut just off target. Throws the jab but does not score. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Yeah, listen, it's smart when you go out there. Just take a round off and win the round. Use the fall. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Then he's up with the... Come on, we're switching up. We got to complacent. This fight's not over yet. We got to go back out there and win this round. Get everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. That's working nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss out there. Let's reset. Forget about the round. It's a bad round, but it's a great round. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. You can go back out there, and you will win this round. Your mind back is work out there.
Here we go. It's round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That hook just can't find the target. He missed with that jab. They both want a knockout, you can tell. perfect counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin and go for speed.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Not a lot of defense here at all. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Nice counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Don't forget the job and don't get carried away. Think about the defense. You did all that work you can. You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your butts back in. You've completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible. Danny took a little bit some time to come out. Great work. My God, you're much better. You're not even in your league. Took you in. They got through there. Relax now. I don't want you to roll up. Fine. And
The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Good counter punch. Insane action. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about one.
Good counter punching. They won't give a us a second to catch our breath. These two fighters are made for one another. You can tell he's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Get behind the basics. Get your jab back down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't back the jab. Boxing. Just be smart. Get your shots off and don't get range. Alright? Go back out there and win this round. Only lost one round. Let's ease up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work. Make mistakes. You go back out there and switch back on. Get focused. Keep smart. Come on. Just say it again. Don't you? Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Make your thinking. Smart. Work holds it up.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Yeah, you're about to defend from the angle. Good work. Come on. Just say it.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. You'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Trying to land that jab. Just misses with that jab. Straight right, just misses. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home for that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Quick, good work, that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back. Get out there and you will win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, use your ball, that's it. Start sticking up your body shots in there. Belly to them, you're ready. missing.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action. On to the fifth we go. Both men step back for just a moment. Throws the jab, but does not score. They exchange punches. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
The brown bomber goes to the canvas.
Is he out? Is he gonna move? Is there a twitch?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
The perfect counter lands. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
I like that round. Good work. You're thinking, we're going to win. Get your mind back on the job. Don't forget the job and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end. You let him back into the fight. You're not even in the same league. Come on, switch out, get your box back together, get back out there, and win the round. Come on. It's up a little bit, so we can't think about great work. Good work. We got to go back out there and win this round. Get everything in the book. Can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't win back into the free round. Let's just get out there. Let's reset. Get out of the round. Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing.
And there's the bell to start round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This fighter is sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Couldn't land that jab. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Nice counter shot. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the left hook. Jab misses. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's out there and win this round. Only last one round. Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Take it around your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the job and don't get carried away. Good. You did all that work in camp. That good work out there. The job's working nice. Those ones who straight down right back on the job. There's a god-awful round that was. Come on, don't move back into the fight. Great round.
And that'll... Round 7, here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Ooh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Thought there would be some more action here. They missed with the jab. That jab doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missed him with that uppercut. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight to get out there and get the job done.
Don't worry about the smarts. Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be up there bad around. It's a bad round, and we don't care. Go out there. Win the next one. Yeah?
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
The straight right just misses. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just missed with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
firing already. Don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. We'll let them back in. We're better than that. Daddy's up a little bit, so we can't think about today's
The referee calling for... And we enter the night. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Just missed with that hook. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Swing and a miss with that hook. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy was aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain, little bro.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. And he scores with the counter. Missing with the hook. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Good counter punch. Straight right, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. It's round 10. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Oh, the Eastern Assassin in some trouble here.
Beautiful, sneaky shot to take his legs away from him.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards.
Oh, what a shot.
And Larry Holmes goes down.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I won this fight. I won this fight, jeez.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute.
Let's go! Let's go! I'm nice! I'm nice! My ass with the whole fight. 3 knockdowns in the last. Son.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round.
I won that shit! I won that shit! Yo! Nah, son, yo! Nah, that was a good ass fight. Bro, I won that shit, bro. I won that shit, bro. You saw it, bro. 10-6 him in the last round, son. 10-6 him in the last round. Jeez. Bro, that was clean. Bro, I persisted. All you were throwing was the jab. That's all you threw. Jeez, it doesn't matter. Those were slowing me down. But those were just power jabs. You landed 173 jabs. So, what the fuck? Again, you landed one more punch than me the whole fight. I landed 203 hooks. You landed 26 hooks. What are we talking about? GG's. Son.